Meat pies are definitely a must for this festive season, and this recipe is set to bring you the tastiest and juiciest meat pies you can ever make or have. I love meat pies and can eat 2 or 3 at a sitting, especially when paired with some chilled mold. So I'm super excited to be sharing this recipe with you. Super delicious. Into a pan, add a little bit of olive oil. I only add a little bit of oil at the get-go, as the minced beef I'm going to add later contains some fat which will release its own oil. I'll then toss in my diced red and yellow onion. I'll be leaving this bit for later for a bit of crunchiness. Now to this, I'll add a little bit of my vegetable seasoning and black pepper powder. Saute this until it's nice and translucent. Now add your ground beef, and to this add some vegetable seasoning, some black pepper powder, some cumin powder, which I love a lot in my minced beef pies. I'll also add half shrimp seasoning and some garlic and ginger paste. Please note that I am going to season this in stages, so do not fret about the fact that I'm adding some seasoning at every stage, as this adds so much flavor. Make sure to stir fry this, breaking it partially with your spatula for about 5 minutes. Cover it and allow it to fry for another 5 to 10 minutes on very low heat. I do not add any water because the beef will release its own juices, which will help cook it properly. I'm now going to add some potatoes, which I have cooked a little bit in my microwave, and to this I'll also add the hard bits of my vegetables, which is my carrots, going in at this point. Please note that if you would like a detailed video about how I make my meat pie filling, click on the link above now, which will give you a detailed video on how to make the best meat pie filling. I'll then give this another good stir fry for about 5 minutes. Cover it and allow it to fry on medium-low heat for another 5 to 10 minutes. Our filling is nearly ready, so I'll go ahead and add my green bell pepper and the rest of my yellow onions. To this, I'll add a little bit of my vegetable seasoning, cumin powder, and a little bit of salt to taste. I'll then stir fry this for another 5 minutes to make sure everything is well combined on medium-low heat. Cover it and allow it to cook on medium-low to low heat, and to make it more juicier, I will add some corn flour. Give it another quick stir fry for another 5 minutes, and our meat pie filling will be ready. Set this aside and allow it to cool off before using it for your pies. And just look at that beauty. So nice, and it was super delicious. If you're new to this channel, warmest welcome to you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please be kind to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. Also hit on the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you will be instantly notified. To my returning subscribers, you know that I love you all. Now to some flour, I'm going to add some nutmeg and some salt to taste. Give it a good stir and introduce my milk powder, which helps your crust to be very rich and crunchy. Give this a good stir and then toss in your butter. The secret to getting the crispiest and the richest pies is your butter. It plays an important role, so make sure you are very generous with your butter. Now I'll mix everything to combine with my fingertips. You do not want to use your palms, as that will generate too much heat. So use your fingertips, and once it comes together and you can fold it like so, you're good to go. Now to bind everything together, I'm going to introduce some cold water, which will also help your crust to be crispy, and this is the consistency you're going for. To roll my dough, I'm going to divide it into 2 to avoid applying too much heat to the dough, which will cause it to be stretchy and also make it easier to roll. I'll apply enough flour onto my work surface and roll it from top to bottom and sideways. Please do not roll it in a mashing manner, as I always say, or else your meat pie crust will be stretchy and become like bread. It will lose its crunchiness. So roll from top to bottom and then sideways. Do not do it in a mashing manner, okay? Once you get your preferred thickness, cut it using your meat pie cutter. If you do not have a meat pie cutter, don't worry, you can always use a plate or anything at all you've got which can serve as a cutter. You just have to improvise and be creative, okay? I will take off the sides and continue with filling each dough with the filling we have just made. Now fill each dough with a generous amount of your filling. You want to be very generous, as you want your pies to be extra juicy in the end, okay? So it's yours, you're making it at home. Don't be stingy like most of the ones we buy out. Don't tell anyone, okay? Now to seal it, I will smear the edges with some water, close it and seal everything beautifully with my fingers. Please know that my hands have been washed clean, okay? You can also use a fork or anything at all you've got at home. Just be creative. My mom's favorite saying always is that cooking is an art, not in just the design of your food, but how you get the taste, how you build up the tastes, and everything is your own. So you just have to be creative, okay? So I'll show you a second time how I do it. I smear enough water on the edges, close it from top to bottom and seal it using my fingers like so. Once everything is done, line your baking tray with some baking sheets to prevent your pies from sticking onto the tray once it's done. To complete everything, we're going to give it an egg wash. So make some design on the top of your pies, which is totally optional, but it gives it a nice beautiful finish. Once this is done, give it an egg wash and pop this in your preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 30 to 40 minutes and your meat pies will be done. Very, very simple, straightforward and easy to make. This was super delicious. Just look at that. So beautiful. It's not just beautiful on the outside, but once you taste it, it is simply heavenly. Super delicious, super juicy, super good. This Christmas, make your home a happy one by incorporating all these recipes. You can even give it out as a gift to friends and family. This was totally juicy on the inside and worth every try. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment and share. Bye for now.